Hello, everyone. We know it's been a minute, for a variety of reasons, but we're back. I was just taking a minute to appreciate what's available on the Final Fantasy 16 modding place. Clive complains about tight spaces sometimes. Clive tells you that he loves you. Virgil music replaces the boss fight theme. Don't
Wait,
worry, there's... I mean, it's a fight we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, is it Buried Alight?
Yeah, yeah, it's just Virgil music boss pack.
Okay.
Don't worry, there is a nude Clive as well as a nude Jill mod. I was gonna say nude Virgil. There's also exactly one piece
They
of...
put Virgil in the game and they made him naked.
I think the funniest bit is that, there's literally one piece of media in, like, the fucking Nexus mods media tab, and it's Clive Bulge, and it's just a close-up of his cock. Well, of his bulge specifically, it's an unmodded image of the bulge of his schmeat.
Like, does it just make his dick bulge bigger, or
No,
what?
like, it's just what it looks like in the game. Like, you can just, like, there's just, like, a faint, like, bulge in his pants.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Enough fucking around with that. I just wanted to get the newest version of FF16 fix enabled and good to go. They had to add some features and also remove some stuff actually because they bothered to patch it into the main game. Alright, let's get this bitch set up. It also occurs to me it's been quite a while since it takes them to actually do this shit.
What engine is FF16 on?
I think it's a in-house one.
Orange?
Uh-huh.
We can't. Your voice just died.
Mm-hmm. I was right.
Your voice is back.
I was right. Yeah, they're making me compile shaders.
About
Yeah, my controller.
what engine does what engine does 16 run on?
I think it's an in-house one. I'm not entirely sure. Oh,
Let's find out.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it says it's a proprietary engine.
I forgot that compiling shaders for this game requires the power of a fucking supercomputer to make it so that your fucking computer doesn't shit itself while you're doing it. Oh my god. We had like a month in between play sessions. I think they would have. Yeah, that's why my voice was shitting itself for a second. I'm trying to close out of Awe of She, and it's taking like 5 hours.
Oh.
I'm still here. I'm good.
No.
I'm alive. Hello?
Okay. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Orange.
Speaking of unoptimized stuff, do you know what Monster Hunter players found out?
What? What'd they find out?
The reason why Wilds runs like shit is because every fucking model uses like a shit zillion polygons.
I mean, yeah, that tracks.
Like, more than what's necessary.
1 gorbillion shaders.
Yes, actual 500 gorbillion fucking polygons. It's like stuff that you wouldn't be able to see unless you were like super zoomed in.
All this for a loaf of shaders? Or the polygons? Okay, I've regained an amount of control over my computer.
And also the game has problems. And also the game also has problems rendering LOD levels and stuff. Just like Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, I bet. Man, they had a month. I really hope they actually did something to fucking fix this nightmare hell of a game. Oh. Restarted my fucking audio drivers.
Oh.
Where'd my phone go? We're gonna be
Like,
trapped.
like,
We're
look
gonna
at
be
this.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not a 3D modeler, and I can tell you that's probably not very good.
Look at the face of this fucking guy. It's all fucking orange.
Jesus Christ. Shaders are 50% done. We're almost there.
But what about the shader?
Great question. Where's the shaders, Mansley?
And you know what's funny? In the thread these were posted in, one of the top comments was, "Can't wait for Monster Hunter Wilds: A Realm Reborn." Then
Ah, jeez.
the fucking flower pot that has the same polygon as a player.
There's gotta be some way to reduce the amount of polygons on those without, like, massively hindering the game, or rather the visuals of the creatures. Is this why they needed the power of the PlayStation 5?
It doesn't even run well on PS5.
Yeah.
In fact, on performance mode, the monsters fucking explode into like polygon monsters.
One Monster Hunter versus Fighting Polygon Team!
Yes, actually. Like when you set everything to low, like you can count the fucking polygons on one hand.
Yeah, jeez. I love video games.
I pray to God the final product is well optimized.
I mean, I like to believe
the
this
game
is...
itself is fantastic.
I like to believe this is generally just a sign that, like, maybe they'll go back to the drawing board a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the game drops in, like, 4 months. 3 or 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're almost done with shaders.
Also, the fact that the game can, like, even on, like, a super giga shit powerful computer, uses up, like, 96% of the CPU.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate because, like, B was actually kind of looking to get into the new Monster Hunter, and, like, I was like, yeah, no, unless they, like, fix shit, it's not gonna be fucking worth a damn.
Just get Rise. That game runs, like, smooth butter.
That game will turn the average gaming laptop into a fucking hand grenade.
Turns it into a fucking Ted Kaczynski pipe mail bomb.
Jeez. I install Monster Hunter Wilds beta onto my PC. I drop it off in a designated mailbox. Jeff Bezos found mortally wounded but not dead in Minecraft.
I thought you were gonna say in Miami.
In retrospect, making jokes about the harm of Jeffrey Bezos on a platform that he technically owns was not the smartest idea.
I forgot we're on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I barely ever use Twitch. The fucking platform like barely works for me.
Honestly, I'm considering cross streaming over to YouTube as well. I know Bricky does it.
That takes a bit of resources to do, but I've seen it happen.
I mean, you know, I'll see how it goes. You never know.
But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds game great. Dog shit performance. Also, the beta's over, so you can't.
Oh
They're
shucks.
probably gonna drop a demo later on.
Now I'll never know how Monster Hunter plays. Monster Hunter, what do you do in that game? It's one of my favorite fucking Demolition D clips. He's like, yeah, I was just playing some Monster Hunter. He's like, oh, and his fucking roommate's like, oh, Monster Hunter? What are you doing that? He just looks at him like he's stupid. I don't remember. I don't know why it's set to fucking ultra graphics, but I mean, Surely this won't go too horribly for me. Also, turn that off. Turn that off.
We hear a loud ass explosion, and it just and it just ends the stream.
Yeah,
Orange
you
is
know what?
reduced to Orange is reduced to that fucking AI generated Ash baby image.
Oh god. Turn down shadow quality, water quality can go down a little bit, reduce the amount of clutter.
Hello.
Hello. Glip flop indeed. Okay, I think this is probably fine. Alrighty then, hit continue. Alright chat, did they fix this fucking game on PC? We had like a month off from playing it. That's a loading image. That is concept artwork. That reminds me, I really want to draw Curly from mouthwashing. It's a very
Which version of Curly?
The one that's probably a bit easier for someone who doesn't know how to draw. It helps when he's mostly bandages and one big eyeball and a row of teeth. Sorry, two rows of teeth.
Oh yeah, did you see that Alex Lee posted a video where he and Fuka's voice actress did dub the scene from mouthwashing?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That was pretty good.
I think there's something interesting about how successful mouthwashing has been, considering that it came out in proximity to a remake of a game that is very clearly inspired by. Because it's like you just have a character that's designed in such a way that he's like you're playing as like an actual honest to goodness piece of shit, which is a rarity for a lot of like modern horror games nowadays, I think.
Mm.
Okay, could be a little bit better.
Oh, you know, it'd be a fun game to stream for Halloween. Oh wait, fuck.
It is November 4th.
Fuck.
Just gonna set everything down.
But I'll just throw it anyways. Outlast.
I played Outlast a minute ago. I think I'm good, honestly.
Outlast 2.
Oh.
Okay.
I haven't played Outlast 2, but I haven't heard that one's very good. Oh god.
Yeah, it does have issues. Barely feels connected to the first one, I think.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like slightly curious. What the hell does it set it? What does it set it to if I click optimize base off of my system hardware? Ultra? Yeah, I fucking wish. I mean, does it get any better? I mean, it's definitely about the same as when I was headed on medium.
Staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Yeah, okay. I guess they fixed some things, but not enough. Oh, come on.
Orange fucking the image I posted of the lizard with the orange face. You know what the fucked up part about that is? That's not even a monster that you fight. That's just endemic life.
Wow.
I thought you might need some help. And it appears
Okay, but is that a fucking katana?
It's a lightning sword.
They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm.
Rama.
No one was spared their fury.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Imperials attacked this place recently.
All our efforts got her where
We're under fucking attack.
If it's been a minute and you don't remember anything about what this game is about, I fucking hate the government.
You have the slightest idea.
Happy voting day tomorrow, everybody.
Take care of the people here. We will.
Due
to recent changes in Twitch's policy, I'm not allowed to tell you to endorse or support any specific candidate.
I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't.
But I mean, the choice should be obvious.
It should be
People
very
have a
obvious.
functioning brain.
You should vote for George Washington.
You should.
You should. It'd be really funny.
Be really funny. Be really poggers, actually, if you did that. Isn't that what you guys like to say on Twitch? Like to say poggers? Preggers.
No, please no.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling.
This means something.
Errors are the property of the Empire.
Something just happened somewhere.
The orders would have had to have come
Why
from
does no
higher
one
up.
call me?
What happened to that voice I was too familiar? Episode 4 off the path.
Okay, so like I changed the positioning of the camera a little bit. I think I went a little too hard when it's in the fucking like hard locked in areas. But like right now it's fine, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of FF14, which I'm totally not playing right now as we speak.
You know, I can literally just like mouse over you and see if you're playing it or not.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm totally not
Sorrowwise
playing
just
it right
sounds
now.
like discount Morrowind.
Mhm.
Kinda looks like it too.
Why didn't they just call it Sorrowwind, you know? Just get right down to the brass tacks. I mean, honestly, there's something that place seems pretty sad from what I played of Morrowind.
Hey, fun fact.
Everybody walks like they have sticks up their ass.
Mostly swampland.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone calling you the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Not that one, the other one.
Nancy?
N-wa.
Morrowind mouthwashing, call that guy Swampsy.
Look. Up ahead.
Oh,
Martha.
injured woman. Oh, it's Martha.
Don't worry about me.
Oh my god, it's that girl you can save from the water purifiers in Good Springs.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn black shield.
Luckily she didn't get caught in the foam.
The Black
Mhm.
Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna have us
Clive,
both.
give me the
And the
axe.
sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then
I also want to say shout outs
Jimmy
to
alive.
Oh That's Raspberry, otherwise known as, I believe, you know, I forget Maddie on Twitter. She's like she's a person who does like marketing stuff for
Thank you, Clive.
not Swery, for Suda.
Suda?
Yeah. Because I got my copy of their like compilation of all their like funny Metal Gear jokes called Metal Gear Nonsense.
Is this some sort of torture
That sounds
joke?
based.
There's only
As well as 2 stickers with Raiden depicted wearing a Pom Pom Pumperdine
Seems a step too far.
outfit and Pom Pom Pumperdine as the Death Stranding guy.
Sam.
Yeah,
When you say a
Sam.
pom pom purine outfit, do you mean like a shirt with pom pom purine on it?
No, like-
or he's dressed like pom pom purine?
He's dressed like he's in like one of those oversized mascot costumes.
I see. Okay, it's a Cheeton situation.
I will after the stream I will post the items that I have procured from Miss Raspberries a while ago. Oh, I forgot to turn
she's
off
the
the
one that
fucking
makes the-
depth of field effect. Fuck.
She's the one that makes the funny comics, right?
Yes.
The High and Daisy for a new generation.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, actually, kinda.
It's the eyes that remind me of High and Daisy.
God, oh, fuck, I completely forgot to turn back off Depth of Field. Fuck me.
I mean, you can turn it off right now. No.
No, I have to go fucking adjust that in, like, the fucking mod menu setting. The mod INI files. I have to turn off the
no.
game.
Whenever I go into a game, I always turn off motion blur and depth of field. At least for the gameplay segments. If I'm taking screenshots, turn on DOF, please.
Yeah, let me just double check. Like, I'm guessing I have a very strong feeling I'm not gonna be able to get what I want out of this. But let me just go ahead and check some things. Yeah, no motion blur, no none of that shit. You know what? Just for the sake of maybe getting things to be like a little bit more consistent, I'm gonna make it mid. There we go. Mid required. Also, just get those fucking reflections out of here.
Goku mid.
Bloom is fine. I apologize that I have to keep fucking with the settings, but unfortunately, that is very much the hand we've been dealt in this scenario.
So you're saying it takes a little bit more effort to make this mid?
Yes.
My leg. Sweet Liberty, my leg.
My leg.
Inside.
There might still be someone inside.
They must have revved up the fryers.
Rev up those fryers.
Because it's an abbot.
Aw, damn, everybody fucking dead.
Do they turn to stone, or are they just rotting
They
corpses?
like it's kind of the interesting bit about like the weird mana sickness that people have in this game, where it's like they can kind of turn to stone a little bit. It's an interesting thing though, because like it seems it's like because I'm not actually sure if like because like you have like the primals and stuff, well not primals, they're like the dominants who have like magic abilities, and they get like kind of damaged by it a little bit, like fucking Sid was dying near, like, every time he fucking used, every
Rama?
time he used Rama. Yeah. I'm a little bit curious if, like, maybe it has to do a little more with, like, how, like, their quality of life. Like, I'm sure there's probably people who can use magic long-term, it's just that, you know, when you're being treated like a slave, your nutritional, intake probably isn't as good as it would be without.
Are you saying slaves don't live a healthy life full of dignity and health?
Yeah, no, crazy concepts, right? Shit.
You see, but
I don't even have to share.
they would be. Because I'd be a good slave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Clive's decapitated someone before?
Yeah.
Probably. He had to do, like, a shitload of war stuff, you know? I swear to God, the second I can, I'm taking fucking Rama off. I'm sorry. This special move is ass.
Well, what does it do? I mean, it's a delayed explosion. It can't be that bad, no?
I mean, it's interesting. It's just like, it's the fact you have to do this in the middle of combat.
Oh, and it kind of stealths things a little bit.
And it's like, I get the concept because
You gotta aim.
It's more the idea of like, there's enough in this game where, like, if you want to, you can kind of spec Clive out to be more of a mage, or you can spec Clive out to be more of like a regular combatant. But it's like, you know, I came here to play an action game. I didn't come here to play Clive's crazy wizard adventure.
It seems like one of those moves that combos well with some other stuff that you don't really use that much.
Yeah.
Like stuff he doesn't have yet.
You see, that's a good point, because there are some things that combo well with it later on. It's just that it takes a minute to get there, you know? Alright, Valley Matter and Why Right.
I forget, did Soken compose all the music for this game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He really put his whole Sokusi into it.
Oh.
That's what I think of that.
Mm-hmm. Dark clouds gather. I don't see Sephiroth anywhere.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Don't jinx it just yet. We might actually see him.
Oh no, we
These
found his
days in a
dark
DLC.
shadow, the Costello.
Honest to God, if they like did an update that's like, we added a super secret bonus boss and it's just Sephiroth, I would immediately like this game more.
And for some reason, he speaks Japanese.
It's still Joy's Town, but he's speaking Japanese. He went very method this time around.
The bearers died protecting him.
The bears died protecting
What little
him.
magic they had left in their bodies.
The wee bears are just dead in the corner.
No!
He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha.
No, yeah, it really does look like his fucking feet became stone.
Pretty sure they did.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Is there any going back once the party turns to stone, or
I don't
are you
imagine.
just fucked?
I mean, I'm guessing even if there was, I don't imagine that there's anybody around who's been like actually trying to do that, or like people who have like the capacity and the money and the power to do it. Just don't fucking bother. Remember, this is a world where the people who have the ability to use magic are all considered lesser than normal people. For some reason.
Unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid. And tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive,
I wouldn't say that anymore.
he's gone.
Well, you did what you could. No harm in that.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
Very few need to die like this.
No, they didn't.
What a shame.
But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift.
Alternatively, what if we were to harden the remains into diamonds and then carry them with us always?
I'll get someone to... I'll do it.
I can conceive of Clive going nuclear. He's already kind of a living bomb.
He's wow.
His ass is breaking up inside.
A heart of broken glass.
We can't just keep quoting music lyrics. This has happened a couple streams in a row at this point.
Well, I'm just saying, Mike O knows what he's doing, and he knows how to rip out a belter out of nowhere. Because, like, I was under the impression he didn't do a lot between like tubular bells and nuclear.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, to be fair, what can we say? Music.
Yeah, no.
I think he got more into production. I mean, but he knew what he was doing. It turns out.
Who originally sang "The Man Who Sold the World"?
David Bowie.
Originally, that's Bowie, yeah.
And then Midgar did a cover of it, and I imagine Kojima picked that one because it's a lot less expensive than David Bowie.
Well, famously, it was also done on MTV Unplugged by Mr. Kurt Cobain.
Oh.
And it became so popular in the 90s that people would be, like, coming up to David Bowie and being like, man, you're doing, like, new age music? That's, like, fucking cool, man. And he's like, you motherfuckers, I hate this. I don't like it.
They
don't understand. They're not having the respect.
That reminds me of the whole fucking situation that happened with Pyrocynical a while ago, where
Which one?
he paid the estate of Midgar to use his copy of The Man Who Sold the World. Like, he paid out of pocket, like that was a lot of money, and it still got picked up by YouTube's copyright system despite the fact that he paid for it. So like he didn't make any money on that video for a while.
Oh, is he making money off it now?
I mean, I imagine probably just gonna take a sign that, unfortunately. This is the notorious Mark. Welcome to the things that I'll be doing off screen, aka all the bounty targets.
Okay, it's one of these.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see
this guy's extra big, but if you kill him, you'll get bonuses and quest points.
Glad to see that also transferred over from 14.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to get out of the way before Doom goes off. Yeah, that's Doom, all right. Oh, my life.
Do you have to heal the full to stop the Doom?
Oh yeah, get down here, bitch! Woo! We can wheel! Wheel! You see, this is sort of a problem that I had with a good chunk of the main game, because like once you finally get your full stack of weapons, or your a full stack of abilities, because they kind of lack a proper sense of synergy, it sort of just turns into cooldown combat, where you're just waiting for your skills to become usable again. Oh no! I don't want to get doomed! I forgot what my dodge button is! Oh yeah, that's right, it's R2. I set it to that. Nier actually, you know, Platinum had some good ideas with setting the fucking dodge button to R2. Ah. Damn, this bitch is fucking taking my shit. Oh no. Da-da. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Alright, get down.
I need to get flying in the Dawn Trail areas.
You still haven't gotten your fucking flight requirements done?
Only in Urkel Pacha.
Man, I got that shit done as quick as possible. I do that I do that in every fucking area you go to. That's the intended gameplay experience.
I know.
It's annoying not being able to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also with me and my FC doing weekly hunt trains.
Yeah, I don't want to do 'em.
So you just they're just flying you around during hunt trains.
Yeah. My FC leader doesn't mind. She.
We let him go get away without getting all the goddamn with all the goddamn aether currents. And just because he's cute, this chicanery.
You know, you say that, but that's actually the case.
Not our precious reboot.
It helps I'm also like the only Lala player in the FC.
That must be the bait. Alright, time to scatter your ashes to the heartless sea.
I'm to scatter your ashes across the butts of their loved ones.
Whoa.
The butts?
Kinda.
Yeah.
So shall the
I did notice some freaky Fantasy 16 shit.
and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I don't know, this game costs like $60.
A rarity in the game industry nowadays.
Well, no, so the base version of the game costs 50, but if you want the DLC, it's like 20. It's another 20.
Nah,
We should
well.
go back.
Eh, it's
Cole
fine.
is worried about Martha.
All right.
Alright, is it gonna give me the little prompt to run back? Yay! I love retroactive gameplay improvements. The concept art loading screen. Hey, Martha.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How?
I don't know that.
I mean, not to kind of like, not to kind of like absolve you of guilt a little bit, but like you were trying to ease their pain in their final moments, and they generally thought they were gonna die anyway. So at the very least, they used what little time they had left to protect the person who was caring for them. Sure,
counts.
Yeah, no, sure, it sucks to hear, but at the very least, like, they returned the favor. Admittedly, it's not a good, it doesn't feel good, but
Not
not to mention, she'll keep going and helping out those people in need anyway.
What these black shields are doing is unthinkable.
Yeah, the black
Which begs the
arms,
question.
like from Shadow the Head.
Why do it at all?
Yo!
My mother obviously has.
Also, for those of you who might be wondering, I plan on playing the rest of Shadow Generations on my own time. I just wanted to... The game just came out, and I wanted to try it a little bit. Yeah, granted, that being said, I haven't touched it since the stream, but, like, there's other stuff I wanna take care of.
To wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a stone.
Oh, that's right. I found a tabletop system that I'm kickstarting that's really interesting because it uses a card deck system for characters.
We can't stay
I don't
long.
know why I thought.
No need.
I don't know why I thought you meant you were having a Kickstarter on it when you said Kickstarter.
Yeah, no, I'm making this. It's called Espers, a fantasy opera tabletop role-playing game.
This is bold. I support you, and what will give you
Sick.
support to support you.
Ah, my fucking controller. I hate Rumble! Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a real bash.
A new quest is available nearby! Yeah,
Oh man,
okay.
there's gonna be a quest in town? Who could have thought?
Okay, this is actually an important one.
Okay. Yeah, Martha's sleepy.
You can tell because it has the plus symbol instead of the exclamation mark.
Chocobo.
with that sword of yours?
Sure am.
You are.
Are you coming on to me?
Bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing
That's
to
a right
use
proper
it?
sheath you got there.
'Cause a flock of
I'll
noble
admit I am
chocobos
not
are in need of
circumcised,
help.
but this is a bit strange.
Chocobos. You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones?
I wouldn't call my big one a wild bird, but you know.
Alright, that's
And her flock.
not as good.
Bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting
You know, come
bandits.
to think of it,
It's true.
there are like chickens in the Final Fantasy universe? Like it's, I mean, I'm pretty sure someone calls a chocobo like an overgrown chicken at some point.
And now they're back.
It's just like it's like I'm doing that kind of like mental run back where I'm like trying to think about it. It's like I don't think I've ever seen chickens in any Final Fantasy games.
Go and help them.
But also, you know, I have the memory of grapefruit, so eh.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the
It's because they're called
dock.
dodos,
It's a dead end, that is.
and also they are dodos, which is probably why they went extinct.
There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a
Fuck, I
hero
want some
to us
chicken now.
locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you
Maybe you
see
should have
her.
thought about that before you went
I'm
into a
sure I
place
will.
called the No Chicken
Good luck
Zone.
to you. And give those no good
Stupid.
bastards a hiding from me.
Get before getting stabbed by Mr. Knife Guy.
I
Where
love
is
the
it?
annoying orange.
I have to show you these fucking videos I
You do?
found where it's like this very clearly like satirical bit where it's like try not to get scared. Scariest stories. I was locked in a room with Freddy Fazbear, and well, let's just say I'm pregnant. I get
What would you do if
Hmm.
if you went to Chuck E. Cheese and the animatronics started feeling you up?
That reminds me, one that I'm really fond of is like, I can't wait for my wife to get home. Suddenly, as I get phones call. There was a fire at the Infidelity Club.
I mean, shit.
What?
I mean, speaking of Freddy Fazbear and Chuck E. Cheese, shit, I'd work a night security job at Chuck E. Cheese. Fuck it. FNAF in real life. Let's go.
Think of the smell.
Speaking
You
of,
haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!
looks like they went that way.
Pray Claw.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Yeah, get fucked.
They're in.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think
We got you cornered, Feathers.
You've been bad for business.
What do you think a chocobo tastes
I
like?
reckon someone
Chicken?
will pay good coin to mount your
Very
head
lean
on their
chicken.
wall.
Gamey pheasant
Not around here, they weren't.
Oh,
and cabbage.
and why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero.
You know, you
What do
say
you
that,
like for
LaRouche.
dinner?
You hurt her, and I hurt you.
I can't fucking remember who has this devil fruit.
Oh,
I thought I knew, but apparently I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is it?
you both.
But don't say I didn't.
The one that makes people older.
Bonnie?
Shit.
You know, the way the
I mean,
cutscenes...
it doesn't.
Who's the
That's
one
half of
who
it.
fucking aged up fucking Momosuke then?
That's Shinobu.
One Shinobu.
Yeah, she's
What's her devil fruit?
it like
Make
withers them, it ages them. Yeah. It age people.
Bonnie changes ages of people, but Shinobu can make anything age very quickly, even the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a case of two devil fruits that are similar, but work through different means.
Yeah, Miss Wednesday and
Oh, damn.
Matthias have different fruits.
But they're very similar
They're
of
very
type.
similar.
Well, it's like how Ace had the fire fruit, but Akainu has the lava fruit.
It's like how that one guy can be an island, but that other guy can also be an island.
Well, there's like a guy who can be an island, but there's also a guy who can be stone.
You know,
Yeah,
these
I
cuts.
think the island guy might also be able to be trees.
Very true.
And he might
there's
have
also
insane
a
range.
guy who's all trees.
You know, the way the cutscenes play kind of reminds me of like the more recent Yakuza games when
white
you
one.
do a side story.
Great white chocobo. Man, these chocobo eaters in this version look like shit.
There's also at least two people that can mimic other people with their face and body.
Definitely.
At least two. That is weird that there's two of those.
Listen, Oda needed a second one for plot reasons. Are you gonna tell him no?
I guess not.
There's an active black market. These things, they get traded around.
Sometimes you want to do the same power, but you don't want to make it. You don't want to bring back the same character.
Well, remember one guy in Film Z that controlled plants, but not in the same way that other guy controls plants.
That's not canon.
Exactly. It's only as canon as it needs to be, if at all.
Did Clive say fuck?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Whoa! Gotta be a little bit careful here. I'm a little bit low on health.
Don't you got any heals?
Nope. They only restore you. They only restore your healing items when you're in a boss fight, and they barely give you any fucking healing items in this goddamn game.
That huntsman really hunted you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have an idea.
What?
What if you had 99 of the healing item?
I mean, honestly, like I just got
magic.
I mean, there is a mod to make it so that you could have like 9 max of each healing item. The problem is that if you tried to have more than 9, the game shits itself.
Why?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
No. That's why.
I'm not the one modding the game. I'm not the one that's making the mods.
But why?
I don't know. Ask.
But why don't you know?
Ah, man, I'm soupy. What do you want me to say?
Why are you stupid?
I feel like it.
Don't be stupid, dumbass.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. You know, shout out to Why Not. Good Pokemon.
Alright.
Oh, is that a Bloodborne regain mechanic? Or is that just the Phoenix install?
Yeah, it's a Phoenix install.
I have a friend who actually got a Wobble Fett tattoo on his calf.
Sorry to hear that.
What do you mean? What? That's good.
The fairy tale guild symbol
I mean,
on his back.
Okay, that one sounds more regrettable, if I'm being honest.
I mean, you see, but he's a good fan of it. I mean, so it was fine for its time.
Ah, Jesus.
How much longer until you can do the
It was
Phoenix
acceptable
install?
in the 80s.
I mean, I can do it right now. As long as I have a limit break gauge, I'm good to go.
Oh, it's the limit break gauge from Final Fantasy 14!
Yeah.
That's weird. Why would they rip off Final Fantasy 14?
Hey, Bane broke.
With a free trial that includes Awakening Expansion Heavensward and Expansion Stormblood.
But it doesn't have Endwalker.
Yeah, you have to pay for that one.
Or Shadowbringers.
Correct.
For Shadowbringers and
And
Endwalker.
Or
Shadowbringers,
Dawn
yeah.
Trail.
And On Trail, yes.
You have to pay for Emmett Silk.
Well, Why is Torgal electric?
Emmett's milk.
Boogie Woogie Woogie. Oh no, it's just the DLC skin.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Do you know her, boy?
Where? He said it!
That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would.
You got his ass, did you? Took a couple tries, but I saw it.
Made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did.
Why is someone trying to sign into my fucking Microsoft account?
I don't know. Windows 11 does that from time to time.
Thank fucking God I got, thank fucking God I have, like, 2-factor authentication.
Oh, someone tried to?
Yeah, someone tried to.
Ah.
I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount.
Mount?
Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are.
This guy's from Fantasy Yorkshire.
Princely son.
Yorkshire.
Born a lord or something.
Not Yorkshire.
Yes.
Who have York in their sure?
I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you
Why not?
You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Where? I fucking love how what Zaz named his chocobo in 14. Quevin.
Quevin's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Three mount. That's even color coded. Oh god, I have an eye patch. Forgot about that. Punished bird.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides.
Free?
We'll get along just fine without her.
That was actually my original thought when he was like, what do I owe you?
You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now.
And you can cross mountainous areas.
You seem awful
And hover over small lakes.
Look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarm my car on the road.
Chocobos?
Who up chalk in their bow?
Oh, they made a chocolate?
Must have been my double.
Yep. Oh, I bet they make like in 14. I bet they fucking make chocolate chocobos in 14 on Valentine's Day.
I can say without an exaggeration that Japan definitely has a chocolate chocobo somewhere.
The both of you.
It's a devil's proof.
I'm gonna look up chocolate chocobo.
Take care of your flock for now.
Me too.
When I need you.
So
like,
not,
you just
so
know
not,
there's
so I've discovered not actual chocolate chocobos, but I've discovered chocolate chocobo eggs. Ah.
I mean, What is an egg if not part of a chocobo? Or chocobo?
It is the product of a chocobo, depending.
Oh,
I
well,
guess that
there's
makes
the.
sense, yeah.
Oh, there's a fucking free company called the Chocolate Chocobos, but that's about it. All right, mount up. All right, cool. We have got free bird.
Weird, you think they capitalize on that pun?
Lord help me, I can't change.
Oh, by the way, I found out my brother fucking hates Freebird.
Why?
What a dingus.
I could understand hating Sweet Home Alabama. Because
it's the incest song.
Yeah.
What about Gimme 3 Steps?
Well, no, that's not why you hate that song. I mean, it's. What I meant to say is there are better reasons. That's all.
Because he's a traveling man who's not going to be pinned down by things like responsibilities or the hearts that he's stolen.
Is it because they play it all the time on the radio and it gets really annoying after a while?
No. Although that is a valid reason.
Is it because he cannot change?
No, not Freebird. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, yeah. I'm also from Alabama, so I mean, it's bad enough as it is.
Hey, Gab, what's going on?
Although in Birmingham, they love the governor. Boo, boo, boo.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after.
This guy has pockets energy.
Now sit down, you fool.
He's giving Jake Busey.
Oh, I didn't know Sweet Home Alabama and Freebird were done by the same band.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to
Yeah, I don't think I just think my brother doesn't like country songs, or at least songs in the style of Freebird.
Southern rock, as we call it.
Here, let me try doing that little trick from before.
That way.
Where the
It's
encoding
common opinion.
The encoding is shitting its pants again, apparently.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world.
I mean, it definitely seemed to make things run better. What the fuck? Yeah, why does that work? I hate that. I hate video games.
Finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
I love politics.
More like politics.
War never changes.
More like snore never changes.
It's time we moved on the mother.
You know, everyone talks about election day. What about erection day?
They're too fast for our eyes.
That's in February.
No, that's every day, man. Fuck it.
But it's
not during November.
What do you mean? It's
No,
it's non-stop nut November. I keep having to drink water because I'm going in and out.
You keep having to what?
No, guys. It's near November where you edge all month.
I don't want to edge all month.
Too bad.
I mean, what is a month that's good for edging aside from November?
You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
I guess January, since it's cold and it'll keep you warm.
There is anything these past 5 years have taught us.
I guess some people also use No Nut November as an excuse to edge too, but fuck, 30 days of that shit.
On the 5th day of edging, my cock gave to me. I'm not finishing that bit. It's a bad bit. It's a bad bit.
No, finish what you started.
5 golden rings.
5 cock rings.
I mean, I think it was better when it wasn't said.
The trade magnet with
But okay.
holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
We've known each other for like 5 years at this point. I know you go by Sid, but like, come on.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Thank you for the attempt at brevity, Gav. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Grav, for saying less.
Moogle. Spotted.
Oh, I love that he's literally
What the fuck? Oh, God.
Oh. Ow, flashbang.
Oh, didn't like that I did that. God, when I put my fucking controller down, sometimes it hits my my right shift key, and I don't use my right shift key, so I have it so it tabs through my fucking programs. Progression is that way. But first, let me just go ahead and fucking turn full screen back on. Apply. Yes. Apply. Yes. Yes.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Please, performance, I'm begging you.
Do you think that this guy looks like he enjoys a good dollar slice?
Perchance.
Do they have pizza in 16?
They have pizza in
Probably
14.
Yes, but this is 16.
I kind of doubt it in regards to this one. I don't think Italy exists.
But if you could offer him the gift of a dollar slice, do you think that he would accept it?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's alright to touch him.
Oh, is this one of those ones where if I do it, I'll get like an additional like potion slot? All right, well, I guess I gotta do this one.
And I sure hope the storm doesn't gather too much at Hawk's Cry Cliff.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, we already did Rama. What do you mean, Storm?
Won't be long now, Martel. See,
Skip? I will take fruit to the curse bearers.
My cranberries, they're blue.
I've sat through this one before. It's unfortunately a little bit boring. It's the gist of it is that, you know, I brought this tree back from our old hideaway before when it got blown up by Sambrek forces. And you know, and the old person who used to run the botanist place, oh, she was so nice. Then she got then she got killed super hard. So I make sure to keep the tree going in honor of her memory. Can you give our friends these delicious apples?
Sure.
And then I do that, and then I do that, and he's like, "Oh shucks, thanks so much, Sid. You're such a cool guy. I'm just glad her memory goes on." And then you get a +1 to your potions, I think.
Those sound like FF14 and Realm Reborn quests.
Yeah, these are Realm Reborn cutscenes. They're Realm Reborn fucking side quests, all right.
Not even side quest, main quest, like
apple delivered. I'm so good at delivering apples. Fuck. Oh, there's more apple delivery. Apple.
That was the last of the apples.
The last of the apples.
To the backyard and pass along everyone's.
Yeah, here, I'll go travel to Cormac. Actually, hold on a second. I'll do that in a second. I want to talk to this person.
Oh, Clive. Well,
the gist is that this one, you do like when you do certain side quests, that you get like notoriety, and then you get free things from people who support you.
you earned this. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Oh yeah, okay, that's just not available to you if you say no. Alright, great. Oh wait, what if I go to the quest? What if I go to the quest log? Will that let me do it? Nope. Alright, time to go run all the way back. My bad.
Wow, Cormac McCarthy in the backyard.
Whenever you talk about Guilty Gear, you have to talk about the backyard.
Did we ever see what the backyard looks like in Guilty Gear?
Kind of. That's my memory of it. It's like it's like I don't know.
Is it like a Dirac Sea?
It's something, alright. It's like conceptual space, I guess the best word for it is, to my remembrance. It's like a vast white void with like bits and bobs of like land.
The Matrix.
Yeah, it's like a main. It's like the backyard is like the code, like the back code of the universe. It's the back end of the universe.
It's the practice mode room.
Hey, you know, it'd be insane if they. You know, who would be insane? What would be insane if they brought back
Soul bad guy.
Izuna from
Ruby
fucking,
Heart.
Izuna from fucking yeah.
Level up, yeah. Apples. Oh wait, is it just? Oh, it's not even a fucking potion slot. They display in my chambers. Cool, awesome. Video games.
Sick.
I did that all right. Okay, can I unlock anything? Anything that I want? I guess I can get Deadly Embrace upgrade again. Yeah. There we go. I upgrade Deadly Embrace. Look, I feel like whenever we do like the side quest stuff, it sounds like I fucking hate the game and everything that it stands on. I don't. I just really don't like tedium. Like, don't get me wrong, you can have like little side quests like these. The only problem is that a lot of the characters are very verbose, and they say, and admittedly, you can have like interesting like character and motive reasons for why you're delivering apples to your friends. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, you're still delivering apples to your friends. Also, you can say these things in, like, slightly shorter blocks of text.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. I don't even need to go anywhere here. I can just fucking... I'd also levy the same criticism to Borderlands, but for different, more obnoxious reasons. Well, howdy there, Vault Hunter. You see, I need your dig dang old help getting that gosh darn motherfucking generator running. But I'm gonna extend out, like, every couple of words and add some unnecessary expletives and etc, etc. Power core.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
Bring Gav on more things with him.
Not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides,
this game like needs a party. It's Clive, his dog, and like sometimes Jill. Also sometimes his dog. The dog isn't always there.
should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
We already lost the party member. Fuck. Dog and move forward, and then stop. Hey, yo, what's happening, doggy? You find something cool?
I always knew that I would return one day.
Yeah?
Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is the Jill-centric portion of the story, yeah.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
And dog. Pet the dog.
Come on.
Zawog.
Pet the dog.
Those are some good Zawogs.
He will only do it in gameplay. You have to be the one personally to pet the dog. Well, needs must be met.
Mother's reach extends.
Get over here.
Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at
Good.
Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as
I mean, hey, finally, we have a chance to use the bird.
Starting
Let's go!
The fucking bird that everyone loves.
That fucking bird that I love. That fucking bird that I love. That fucking bird that I love. I mean, there is one chocobo that everybody hates. It's those fucking red ones.
What?
They're nightmare creatures.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have
Oh, that's a weird distant Clive model.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Chris.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Yeah?
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Be right back.
Okay.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Here, you know what? Let me get some extra
I ain't
potions
got
while I'm here.
much, but what's mine is yours for a price.
Potion seller.
I don't really want to spend 24,000 gold on that. That kind of sucks. Is he not so? There's the potions. Okay, give me that.
There you are.
And that.
Much obliged.
Yeah, sure.
There you are.
Leonhardt Tynock. Hello, youth. How goes it?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard?
I wouldn't call this guy like the youth. He looks like he's easily in his mid-30s.
That's pretty young.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. But like for medieval times, though?
Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire over their 100-fold legions.
You see, we can take on the Empire because they come at us in like groups of 3 people at a time, and then maybe a Dragoon. Or a ninja.
I'm sorry.
Neither of which will ever beat the 4chank allegations.
Seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield.
I know from personal experience as a ninja.
FF16 update removes Golbez. He was in the game!
Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring fire.
More games need to have like fucking remove Hero Brian-esque update patch notes, yeah.
You don't think these firebrands?
like one for FF4 like removed Sephiroth.
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing
Northwest.
those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these
Hi there, we're not from around here, I can tell. Excuse me, my lord, the cosplay convention's three fucking walks from here.
and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in great
I'm sorry, being awesome is a problem for you.
Its demands
Being
are great,
sick with it.
just as swift.
Also having huge, massive rockin' tits.
We are left alone.
Jills are okay too.
Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Bye-bye.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the
Well, you see, when you say it like
if they
that...
cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well,
Clive's mama switched sides and then immediately decided to go with the fucking off with their heads type bullshit.
other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
I think she was secretly always like that.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, when she got the opportunity, you know?
Perhaps the next village will yield more
She was
answers.
craving it.
Mm-hmm. By God, she was yearning for the chance to kill. Or at least have someone else kill for her. You know, you gotta have that degree of separation, you know?
This pass will take us through the mountains.
This pass will also take us through fucking frame rate destruction canyon, goddamn.
Well, what about penis destruction canyon?
God, I wish. Oh, hey, creatures.
Auditory. You'll see more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's reaction?
You see, if I could put like one of those like little, you know, instant fix for this, just make it so that you can do those like in midair and then have it pop off so you can prolong an air combo. Like that would make that instantly more applicable to the rest of your playstyle up to this point. Like have it be like one of those like if you want to hold it down you can, but like if you just tap once it does like one and then you can tap it again and have it explode. You see, game development studios should hire me after they've already made the game, and then I'll come in with good ideas. Pay me to be the ideas guy. Get over here. Hey, but wait, there's a thingy over there. And I'm gonna fucking cast shit at it. Oh god, there's bombs! I'll listen to a bit of the song. No, come back! Ah! Thing activate. I've received the bullhorn braid. What does that give me? Something useful, I hope. Let's see. Attack. Increase all gil earned. Increase lunge damage by 5%. Yeah, a lot of these just really aren't anything. Oh, that's just the thing that I fucking casted. Oh, hey, assholes to fight. Let's go.
More of my mother's men.
More of my mother's men.
How old is he at this point?
More of my mother's men that I hate.
20s, 30s.
Ooh. 5 chunks of wyrite.
Fly, Ambrosia.
What would you say is your favorite kind of cheese, Justin?
Pepper jack.
Nice pepper jack.
Yeah, that's been pretty firmly solidified as like one of my favorite things to put on sandwiches. I like the slight spiciness of it.
Oh, is it like fucking jalapenos?
Yeah.
That's the pepper part of the jack.
Actually, no. For me, Actually, yeah, for me, it's a tie between mozzarella and queso Oaxaca.
You see, depending on the consistency of it, sometimes when I get like my sub sandwiches, I'll get like spicy mustard as well as pepper jack cheese. You see, there's one place that I order from pretty frequently where I only get yellow mustard from because the spicy and the honey mustard is like wet. It makes my fucking sandwich too moist.
The mustard is wet.
No, but it's like more liquidy than like the kind of like.
It's too runny.
It's too runny. It's more
thin.
It's very thin. The fucking my local
thick mustard.
My local grocery store has a more thick consistency when it comes to like its honey and its spicy mustard, which is why I usually get it there specifically. You see, that'd be a lot cooler if you could, like, if it held you in the air while you were doing it. Also, maybe like slow down time a little bit.
Nice semi-prime finish.
What can I say? I like a good semi-prime finish. That's not true. I actually ordered most of my food with no pink in it.
What?
Like, you know,
what
like.
means, though.
Oh. I was doing the mind association went like, you know, prime rib, like meat.
Yeah. It's not accurate.
I've never had a prime drink.
I never will personally. Apparently, it has lead in it. It's got something in there. I don't know. People keep throwing like various accusations about what the fuck prime is.
I actually had a few in the past. I had the bomb hot one. It
The only
good.
the only like product I've ever bought related to like an influencer is like I get like, what is it, gamer subs sometimes.
Yeah. It's
I like
got boobs.
I like sploosh. It's a good flavor.
It's got boobs.
It does got boobs.
And still wet.
I think it fucks
There
up because
are anime girls on the cover. They almost have their titties out sometimes.
it fucks me up because like I think like the only one that has a guy on it is the H3H3 one.
Pretty sure there was one that's themed after fucking J-Schlatt, no?
Probably.
I mean, he owns the damn company, so.
Gamer subs.
I think Cottontail has a flavor.
Yeah, Cottontails is a sploosh.
I know. That makes sense. I was gonna say no fucking.
Also, I know Badger has one, the Guacamole Gamer Fart.
Yeah.
Russian Badger.
Russian Badger, yeah.
It'd be funny if we ever actually did
Oh,
that.
Shy Lily has a flavor.
Oh yeah, Blowhole Blast. It'd be really funny if we ever actually managed to get like a fucking deal like that, and the flavor that I make doesn't have any like orange in it at all.
That'd be so fucking funny.
I mean, it'd be on brand. I've always been like very vocal about how like my favorite flavor isn't even like orange. It's usually like strawberry or something.
Yeah, that'd be really funny.
Remember, use code orange subs. No, don't actually. That doesn't do anything.
Yet.
I don't think Melody has a flavor.
You can't use it. It won't get you anything.
On it.
But hold on to it. Look, it's simple. One day we're gonna make a really good clip that's gonna get 1 gorillion views, and then people will start clipping us on TikTok, and then we'll blow up like Queso, and then you'll know who I am like Queso.
The cheese.
No, there's a guy who became popular like basically.
The most popular guy on Twitch.
Yeah, he kind of became popular overnight because people kept clipping him and then putting his clips on TikTok.
And
he is known for being a man of very large frame, and usually he is given much flack by his chat for his corpulent size.
People sometimes call him a 1x1 Lego piece.
Oh, they call him other things too.
You see, yeah, I know, but I prefer
disparaging things.
I prefer the 1x1 Lego piece. That's probably one of the funnier ones. You see, it doesn't help that, like, he's definitely got that, like, good React Andy vibe going on because he hyper-reacts to everything that happens and the stuff that he does. And the thing is that I keep it real, you know? I'm chill as fuck.
Well, I think it's good timing because it's the kind of joke where it's, all right, hold on, I gotta figure out the nature of this joke. I gotta look it up myself. I gotta figure out and put it together, and then the timing just hits right.
All right, you're banned.
You see, unfortunately, I'll never have the power of when Markiplier complained about his mouse being fucked up, and then he throws his chair. You see, I'll never play any of those like angry reaction games because I know what it'll do to me. Yeah, I didn't finish Bennett
angry.
I didn't finish Bennett Foddy, and I never will.
Well, that chain together.
Or only up.
I'm gonna be real. I would probably my patience for those games is worn so thin. I would probably have like one minor inconvenience and then play something else.
One minor inconvenience, day ruined.
You see, I think the best kind of attitude... Never mind, hold on. They're talking.
Those are Old Hills gates.
Then we hurry.
We gotta go to the Old Hill Docks. Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Larouche?
I think the best kind of mindset to have in those games is not, I really want to win. It's, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. You know, it's like, I try not to play a lot of games with that, I gotta win grind set, you know? Like, I'm just kind of there for, like...
A good time?
Yeah, generally.
There's already a perfect genre of games for that, and it's called fighting games.
Oh, no, yeah, like, there's definitely a time and a place where, like, I'll be down to play fighting games like nobody's business. But, like, it's usually very, like, sporadic and far between. Sure, like, I'll play them with Zaz, but, like, I haven't really been in, like, the fighting game, you know, like mindset. The grind set.
When was the last time you picked up a nice match on League?
If I ever play League of Legends, I want you guys to ask if I'm doing okay.
No. I'll reinstall League of Legends right now.
You want us to call in a fucking wellness check?
I will duo queue with you this second. Do it.
Give me a reason.
Do it.
You see, it's a big reason why I don't want to be on Twitter anymore, because, like I mentioned before in a previous one, like, people go there to feel, like, the heat of violence on their skin.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
You see, that's why Pat's still on there. He has hate in his heart. It fuels him.
At least now, nowadays, with all the...
Oh, Pat's on Blue Sky, too.
Nonsense and whatnots.
But this...
I think.
In what sense?
Maybe, yeah.
And not-nots.
Mm-hmm.
Don't misinterpret that last one.
I think I followed him on there.
Hmm. The not-nots.
Learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
You know, it's such a strange thing, because, like, I've talked before about how I'm not really, like, the biggest fan of, like, more, like, traditional fantasy settings, but, like, the thing is that, like, you can have, like, traditional fantasy settings with, like, trappings that I vibe with. Sure, like, Final Fantasy is the most obvious example, because it's, like, you know, you got airships, and you got crazy, weird magic, and these fucking obelisks that save your game. But it's, like, you know, it's the in-between where you're walking through, like, wood townships and like, oh, I need someone's help to take care of the 15 wolves that got locked in my basement for some reason.
In the meantime, look at me wiggle.
There's so much rats in my basement. Please help me.
It's just that it's like, I don't know.
Mouse bites.
Maybe it's just because I've played, like...
stop them all in 35 seconds, and if you take any longer, I swear to Christ.
I think it's funny because, like, I remember, like, I specifically was like, guys, I designed this one country to be hyper traditional and religious. Note how, like, midway through you guys exploring that, you encountered Secret Science Division, Public Science Division. And then you actually got to, like, the main city, and it's like, okay, now there's fantasy stuff going on. And then there's a guy in power armor who turns into a nuke when you remove the cool armor from him.
I forget. Did I throw him into? Was it me who threw him into the wall, or did he like blast himself into the wall?
Oh no,
when he did that?
like basically like he was built with the idea that like if his like suit ever gets compromised because of like how long it would take to depower himself, basically like he would become a ticking time bomb because he's radiating with like the intense light power of God all the time. So
I remember that.
Yeah, so like you just have to like hit the valve on his back, and then the armor turns him into a mortar.
For what?
Go my scarab.
Oh yeah, there was a guy who basically like he was the intention was to create like fantasy Frank Horrigan from Fallout 2, but he was also a living bomb basically because his whole thing is that his entire body like radiated with holy energy that was like
what do you mean by
so
mortar?
powerful. Oh yeah, no, like basically like if his armor got fucked up, he would like create like a propulsion system, and then his well, let me rephrase that. His armor, if you like did a release valve on the back of it, once you removed his helmet or something, you could shoot him out of his own armor like a fucking mortar.
Oh.
It's like if you put a thruster on a Gmod ragdoll and a dynamite on the Gmod ragdoll.
Yeah.
But with more control and not him flying all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Although that would have been really funny.
You see, the answer is, I love crazy set pieces. By God. Relationship ended with standard combat. Set pieces are my new best friend.
The real answer is, don't worry about it.
That's why I generally
Don't worry about it.
That's why I generally try to avoid, like, the standard, like, oh, you encounter some bandits encounter. Now, admittedly, you can do some interesting things with, like, bandits, like, oh, maybe their hideaway is, like, built into, like, an ancient city or some shit like that. Or you go down into that, like, one, like, omnipresent cave system in Skyrim for the 1 billionth time. I want to call it Falkreath, but that's the name of the town. It's like that ancient Dwemer city that you can, like, find 80 different pathways into.
Now, if that was in a different game, like, say...
Cyberpunk 2077.
Like, that could be a really good concept. A fucking cave under the whole country that just has a bunch of shit in it.
The Underdark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm working
from the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah, but like none of
I didn't play that.
In my head right now, none of it is necessary to actually beat the game. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
I am trying to
Devil Crab.
I do have some ideas for a fantasy setting that I want to kind of like try and build up on my own. It's got a little bit of that like kind of like it's got a little bit of that like I would describe it as almost like pseudo Attack on Titan. It's got this idea of like there's like a series of like border cities that like encase like the majority of like your own civilization. There's like 37 of them or so, and then for one reason or another, the party is forced to go out on this kind of like far-seeking tour where you go out beyond the bounds of the walls to find things, at least as far as you're told. And then you get on a cart to go to your first location, you close your eyes to take a nap, and then you wake up 3 years later with no memory of anything that you did while you were out there. And the whole idea is, hey, why did they make us forget all of that? So a lot of it is just like...
And what's changed since?
So a lot of it is just like trying to go out beyond the walls again, but like unofficially, and try to figure out what the fuck happened, what they made you do, and all that stuff. I think kind of create like interesting, like almost like retroactive like role-playing game experiences where like people whom you have no memory of will remember you, and things along those lines. But it's like, you know, I think the problem with that is that, like, when you create an everybody has an amnesia story, that means you have to do, like, a lot of, like, pre-checking and, like, heavy lifting with a lot of people, where it's like, what's an idea that you want to have that, like, that kind of goes into this? Because, like, if I just kind of create random bullshit that you did on the fly, it's not gonna feel good when I'm like, oh, you're such a bad person for doing this thing you don't remember, brah!
Nah, fuck you, random bullshit, go.
Not to mention the last time I was given free reign to make somebody's backstory, it was crazy time travel, spatial distortion shenanigans.
We'll find our way into the city.
But admittedly, I'm kind of hindering myself by having it be less sci-fi trappings.
The entire place looked abandoned.
It's very directly. I want to capture a specific vibe, mainly like really like Bloom intensive mid generation 360 game that was like I think you had to fucking like import from Japan and like a couple of your friends knew about, but like didn't really feel like talking about it. I'm trying to capture the feeling of Nier, basically.
Oh, so you like to play Suikoden?
There's also that in the Lovecraft shopping mall. That's the other one I'm working on. What if Dead Rising had creatures in it?
What if your mom raised a son that knew how to dance?
What if your mom was a toaster?
What if your mom was a car? Who knows?
That's an episode of Black Mirror.
This is nothing like I remember it.
What if your mum ran on batteries is literally a Twilight Zone episode.
Your mum.
I don't
fucking mums.
There's a Twilight Zone-esque movie that I heard about a while ago that's like a husband and wife like move into this town and like everybody just a lot of the girls there that kind of like seem to act the same, and then somebody else moves in and she seems like normal compared to everybody else, and then suddenly she's like the same as everybody else. And then
Stepford Wives?
Yeah, that one. It's the whole bit's like everybody's robots, or all the wives got turned into robots.
I've done it a couple times. I've heard it's a varying effect.
I think it'd be funny.
No, go ahead.
I think it'd be funny if there was like a movie that's almost exactly like that, but there's a gay couple there and they're just not.
I think that there is a gay couple in Stepford Wives, and it's just one of them is being treated as a wife.
What the fuck is going on with your bike?
It's fine. I mean, like, if it was audible, it just kind of got a little bit weird for a second.
You're beginning kind of crackly, it's weird.
Okay, then. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's not
For
fine
now, at least, yeah.
One second, I'm gonna make myself a sandwich.
But yeah, what is it?
I've always a sandwich from that day on.
I've always loved the idea of what if you went to a town and then it seemed normal, but suddenly it's fucked up and weird. Oh no, I went into the house of this guy who acts really nice and there's cannibals in here. Oh no!
I mean, that's like a lot of things.
A Stranger Comes to Town is one of the oldest story types out there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, that's also kind of like a vibe that I want to capture with that thing that I'm writing, is I think that fantasy setting I want to make as well, because you're like, you're going to a bunch of, like, towns that are, like, beyond your, like, general understanding of the world and how it works. And it's like, sometimes their customs are strange and a little bit off-putting, other times they're just kind of, like, getting by, you know? I kind of want to give that, like, Kino's Journey-esque vibe, where you just kind of go to a place. You don't necessarily have to resolve the problems, it's just kind of there.
You're definitely gonna find out about the problem.
Have naught to fear from us.
I think the problem is that it's like, I like the idea of the, what is it, like, the invisible Hydra, I forget the name of it. Like there's like a classic, like, oh, you know, there used to be a mayor, and he's
False
gone.
Hydra.
Yeah, False Hydra, that one. I like the idea of that, but, like, everybody knows about it who plays D&D. This guy just kind of looks like the standard wall from 14 a little bit. He's even got the axe.
Well, dude.
Yo, it's my man Bert. Let's go. You know, is Squirt and Ernie anything?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee.
No.
Left before the Empire.
Damn.
could make
You know, it's true. They are like, I mean, they are like a gay couple. I don't think any of them are doing squirting.
To form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
It's what I call the genitals of my partners in my
Only so much a
threesome
handful of
relationship.
aging shields can
Incredible.
do against the might of an empire. But We've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
You know the person you're fighting feels very morally justified when the people who are suffering from their stuff is called the Cullings. Or like they have to deal with something called the Cullings.
It doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
I don't know, man, your mom just seems kind of evil.
There was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord.
I think that is kind of the issue with this to a certain degree, because it's like you have to really like think deep and hard about like why the magic people are like the hated minority. It's like, oh wow, look at this guy. He can use magic. He can be useful. Because he can fucking conjure water.
Maybe she can't bear the thought.
I mean, you don't really need a logical explanation for bigotry.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, bigotry isn't really rooted in logic.
The Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
I will say that's definitely more of the nitpicky side of me. Overall, I don't really care. I understand why they're doing what they're doing. It's fine.
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's
We also
name.
feel compelled to help in this crisis. I too am vexed by this.
We must put a stop to this madness.
As a magic man, this vexes me.
We must. So let us go.
This town doesn't have enough mouse bites.
For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
See, this would have been a great time to have him as a party member, and to be fair, he technically is for like this bit, but then he just stopped being relevant to the game after like this segment. It is kind of strange how like the past two like mainline FF games that have like weird issues with people being in your party.
And let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
FF15 a little bit less so because like, you have a dedicated cast of characters. The only problem is that there's not really like a lot of character variety.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
Yo, we're doing a battle on the big bridge. Let's go.
Numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you and
How small we talking here?
I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Killing the shit out of our opposition.
We're moving different. We're hitting we're moving like Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm. I'm black and white, red and blue. I think that looks good on you. A purple stain.
Didn't we say we would stop singing as a joke?
I know.
Is that in itself a joke?
Have you been pursuing
That'd be pretty good.
You see, sometimes,
Okay, it wasn't.
Down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
I mean, it's just very straightforward. Sometimes I just start singing. You all know this.
It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Despite the fact that I like singing a lot, I've never once participated in a single musical, and I regret it every day of my life. I'm just saying.
Go join the community theater.
That's a good point.
If you could have one starring role in a musical of your choice, who would you want to be?
I would like to be Billy Flynn in a production of Chicago.
Command, my lord.
Okay, interesting. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Minutes that way I
What
can
about
get
you,
a fucking...
LaRouche? What's your thirst for musical theater?
What is it now?
What does that mean?
I told you.
Well, where lies your ken when it comes to what you would like to show upon the stage?
If you could pick a musical to role to be, which one would you pick?
A woman and a dog could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields.
There's like 4 of you. Like,
I was like 6.
One of them's a mage.
Normal guys.
You know, actually, what's the distinction between like a battle mage and like a bearer? Because bearers are just people who can use magic.
Bearers are using crystals, or battle mages are using crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Bearers can do it in
in like 5 seconds.
Da, 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 da.
This ain't your Jimbo, this is just an ass beating.
I've juggled this guy like
shields.
We're the toughest motherfuckers around. Stop air juggling me, no! And they brought out the bird. It's a really weird bird.
I need to get my dad past his weird dislike of subtitles so I can make him watch Yojimbo.
Why do I have to read while I watch movie? Yeah, no, like
giant worm.
But yeah, like I've watched a lot of versions of Both Reach for the Gun, and the problem is nobody really knows how to sing in this voice while they're doing the thing during Both Reach for the Gun. The best one was
trick is you can't see his lips move. Usually.
Mr. Billy Flynn in the press conference rag. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost.
A misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is...
You see, by killing us, you have now justified our hatred of you.
And we're gonna oppress this town even more than we already were, as much as we felt like.
We love oppressing people. It's in our blood. Wait, how you're doing that? Oh God!
Oh no, the consequences of his own actions.
I'm gonna be honest, if I was like the average knight in this army, I'd be fucking running from the hills the second Clive combusted into flames. Garuda! I really want to use Rook's Gambit as more of a counter tool. The only problem is that the timing for it is really weird. Oh, he's jumping twice! 1, 2.
We need to finish this. You mean finish him?
There we go.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
Got that shit on fucking luck.
It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will
Until
take
the
this loss
morale
well.
improves, the beatings will
Swiftly to
increase.
see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
Bebo's misery is increasing.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
It's almost like we have to systemically change things from the ground up.
It is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will.
Happy voting
For
day,
as
everybody.
long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
That is not what I was gonna say. I don't feel like being a public-facing figure anymore. That is not my jam. Damn, we just keep fighting fucking meteorites. How much space debris is there in this fucking world?
Well, if you don't get a meteorite, you'll get a mouthful. A mouthful of red kryptonite.
Yeah?
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And
Hey
had
Byron, I
known
need to
his
borrow
talent back
some
then,
money.
I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city.
We're starting a
guard
militia, I
to
hope.
sneak
Oh
into
yeah,
the wall.
actually. Hell yeah.
A formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever.
I'm back.
Don't
With
be
a
surprised
sandwich.
if he refuses you an
Nice.
audience.
What kind of sandwich you munching on?
It's got prosciutto, it's got honey smoked ham, it's got mayonnaise, and it's got chips in it.
Chips like chips or chips like the British chips?
Potato chips.
It's the mark of the Guardians.
Original flavor?
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your
Yeah, I think so.
lie.
I obtained the burnt blade from Wade. Wade's burnt blade.
The burnt Wade.
I've showed you all the video of that guy making the sandwich, right?
I mean, I don't quite recall,
That could be a
actually.
lot of things.
That could be a lot of things, yeah.
Thank you so much. If there is ever
Well,
anything
this guy make a sandwich.
Oh, this seems like a lot. I have not started it, but I can already tell that's something, alright.
That's a fine pesto.
Old school Kevmo. Oh, here's a good cutscene, I think. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
It's a decent Sammy.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
He really thinks he's him.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Yeah, it's a good scene. I love fucking Uncle Byron.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low.
I guess it's the opposite of a viceroy?
Changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
I would hazard a guess that she was always kind of like that.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. Until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Alright, we're getting on a fucking boat.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
You know, if a part of a ship were to break off, would it be called would it be a piece of ship?
Probably.
Sure. Yeah, you're right.
Monsters.
Monsters.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay. Control.
Now what?
Gotta go back to the hideaway.
Can you believe it, guys? 3 days. 3 days. We set out to battle.
3 whole days.